Hello everybody, thank you for being here. My name is Medjek and I am a PhD student. I work at Think. Think is a French think and do tank who also organizes this event. And actually we work on the impact of digital transformations on society. And I am going today to tell you more about the privacy control paradox. But to tell you about this, I need to go back a little bit in time and walk you through a project that has been conducted by Think, which is called Medjek, which means MyData. The story actually started in 2012 when we worked on a trust topic project, and quickly there was an assess that for years, companies and administrations built very efficient tools to capture and use customers' data, but the individuals had no access to those data in order to use them and to do whatever they want. So we actually asked the following question: what would happen if companies decide to give back the data to individuals? What would be the expectations, behavior of those individuals when their data are returning back to them? So, from this starting point, we decided actually to really experiment this question and to gather as participants as we can to create and to put in place this experimentation. So we convinced 6 large companies, French companies from different sectors, banking, insurance, retail, to give back to a group of 300 volunteers to give back their personal data on a personal cloud, and we provided the individuals with applications to use and reuse their personal data. And also we invited researchers to observe, measure people's behavior, etc. So this experiment took place between October 2013 and July 2014. It was a little bit long experimentation for volunteers. They were not actually used to this kind of experimentations, and we had really valuable findings for all parties. So this is a diagram to show you actually how the experiment worked. We had this platform, a personal cloud, on which the organizations put the data, and individuals also could put data. And we invited what we call innovators, startups, companies, developers to create and offer people with new services and new applications to help them to use their personal data. So this is actually the idea, the general idea of the project. And as I told you, we had valuable findings for all parties, for companies, especially regarding trust and customer relationship, and for the reusers who provided the volunteers with new applications and new services, and also for the individuals themselves. So some of the findings that people were enough aware actually that companies are collecting data about them and using them. They were highly concerned about the usage of their personal data. And one of the actually most surprising findings that we got is the privacy control paradox. Why? Because when we asked people before actually giving back the data about their concern, they said they were concerned, highly concerned. So we were expecting them actually to use these applications that are supposed to give them more control over the personal data, but they did not, at least not that much, and we were really surprised. And here is one of the applications that we provided the volunteers. It is a personal data coach. It helps people generating email addresses, passwords. It tells you which website collected your email address and with which other website this information has been shared, etc. It gives you actually many information, and this is the point. When we ask people what's wrong, why? This is supposed actually to give you more control, and you want it to be to have more control on your personal data. So what happened? They said actually that these applications turned to be the opposite of what it was supposed to be, because as you can see, the application had too much notifications telling the individuals what kind of ads has been blocked and which site collected data about them. So it became anxious, because of course they know that data are collected, but it is a general idea, it's not concrete. But this application, it's just became concrete. Yeah, I can see what data are collected and shared, etc. So really people were just alarmed, and they removed this application and they stopped using it. So here actually the point is when a company or a startup want to provide an application to help people get more control on their personal data, there is a real balance to find between the number of the functionalities to provide, because the same thing, too much functionalities, then it became this application that collected too much information about them. Too much information, too much data, same place. It was, like just alarming and provoking a lot of anxiety for the volunteers, and too much notification. So they did not really need that much notification and to know in details all the companies, the website were sharing their data, etc. So there is a real balance to find, and like giving control to people, but without provoking this anxiety that turns the service or the application into its total opposite. And of course, we had so many other findings. Everything is available on our website if you want to know more about Fing and the Mise Info project. The project is still running in 2016. It's a new experiment with new partners, new challenges. So do not hesitate to go on our website or to come ask us. So thank you for your attention.